All right. Hello, everybody. Well, we started the day, at least on this channel, with some Diamond Mine baseball, and I guess we'll finish it out with some Diamond Mine baseball sandwiched in there, of course. For anybody who's interested, just a little demonstration on how to import seasons into Dombrov baseball from Baseball Reference, Retro Sheets, all that fun stuff. So while there's a ton of seasons available for Dombrov baseball, I think that the Baseball Reference, Retro Sheet, whole thing import is amazing because it's bringing in individual fielding data for first baseman, second baseman, whatever, all this good stuff. Actual lineups, it's basically following a workflow, being a bit patient. And there's cousin Ken Castro joining us here. I was hoping for a pocket pennant run word about an update, but I haven't seen anything. So, yeah, still felt like doing some baseball. Just watched the movie Nosferatu, not the 1922, but the remake, the latest one that came out just this past Christmas. It's one of the most astounding movies period that I've ever seen. It's wow. But just fair warning, it's dark. It's very, very, very dark, and don't expect it to be like the sort of classic Bela Lugosi vampire. I mean, because it is firmly based on Bram Stoker's Dracula, and it's pretty faithful to the book. But it also takes and we'll get back to baseball in a second. Also draws information from a novel called Nosferatu, and it does use the character names from the original 1922 F.W. Murnau Nosferatu. But this movie is incredible, and while it's dark, it's oppressive. It's not like a slasher type horror movie. It's nothing like that. It's pretty incredible. So with that being said, Diamond Mine and Out of the Park baseball kind of neck and neck for our next foray into McGreevy. So we shall see what we shall see. There's a part of me that wants to do a kind of a thing not like McGreevy, but something similar in Pocket Pennant Run anyhow, because I mean, so many people are playing Pocket Pennant Run now. That Facebook group is just keeps growing, and it'd be fun to get people into the community. And if that's a great mechanism to do so, why not? So I'm not going to say anything yet, but heard from Garland, Mike Garland. So missing him around here. So hopefully get a chance to talk to him. He came up with a great idea. Hey, Samuel, good evening, my friend. I answered your comment about vintage park photos. I do have some of those. World Baseball Classic. I haven't seen any photo packs or anything for that yet. Doesn't mean they don't exist. I just haven't seen anything yet. But heard from Mike Garland, and all I'll say is he has a great idea for a new game mode for Out of the Park Baseball. It's all I can say right now till I get his okay to talk about it. But I think it would be just absolutely flippin' fantastic if it would be something to be implemented down the line in Out of the Park Baseball. So that's really all I can say at this point. Let me see. Todd. So Todd, not Todd B, but the other Todd. So Hobbies Todd, Hobbies are us, or I always get we are Hobbies. Anyhow, hopefully you get this. You got to come into the live broadcast, as I said in the messages, and I can give you the Discord link here. I don't want to just put it out there over YouTube because people are going to jump on, download those two games, soon to be a third one, and then leave. The idea is to get people into the Discord. John doesn't make any money from it or anything, but it's an idea. It's to build community. So, and I'll be making Old Time Baseball available up there in a few weeks for people to have forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So, is it an inducement to join the Discord and hang out and take part in it? Absolutely. So that's why I'm not going to post the Discord link out there. I'll put it here. and we'll do it on a way that once you have the Discord link, then I can just erase it from chat or whatever. So yeah. All right, so we've been having some really good Diamond Mine games as of late. So do another one here tonight. These tend to move on pretty quickly. So in other news, very very quickly, Saturday, June 14th, will mark the return of the Diamonds and Dice podcast. So Bernie Strom and I had a good old chin wag today, and it's coming back. So we're going to be talking to a couple folks. We'd like to get a couple people on for this one for a nice civil discussion about digital baseball and cards and dice baseball. Not about, one versus the other, but what we'd like to do is talk to gamers. Hey, Dwayne, I still can't get into your channel. I tried again today, and there must be a problem with that subscribers only mode. So I watched a few innings of your game. If you saw some hearts flying up in the chat there, that was from me. So just to let you know, that was your Yankees A's game. But I don't know what's going on. But subscribers only mode, I can't chat in there. So yikes. I mean, I'm not asking you to turn it off just for me, but I want to let you know I'm not, ignoring your channel. In fact, I unsubscribed and then resubscribed and sat there. I already did that, Dwayne. I did, and sat there for 10 minutes, and it still wouldn't let me post. I tried refreshing the page. So the next time you're live, I'll try that one more time, and then I'll let you know in a message in Discord whether I had any luck. But I can't participate. I can't type awesome game or whatever, man. And it's definitely a YouTube thing. Definitely a YouTube thing. So I just wanted to let you know, man, it's not like I'm staying away. I love your broadcast, man. So, yeah. All right. Let me see here. I think we're going to do some early Phillies. So the first version of a Phillies team here and the first version of a Yankees team. So the Phillies versus the Yanks. Since we have a Phillies fan in here and a Yankees fan, why not? Why not have a little bit of fun? What sucks is I've got to work 5.5 days this week. It blows. I guess the paycheck will be all right, but then the following week, a long weekend. Can't wait for that. All right, we're going to early Yankees, man. So welcome to Hilltop Park between 1903 and 1907. Temperature at game time, 47 degrees. The wind is blowing out to right at 11 miles per hour. And the sky's clear. We will be getting back to our Boston.com tournament. I'm just having a lot of fun right now with switching things up and everything. So let's have a look here. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a good one. Loving the names on both sides. And there's not a Babe Ruth or a Lou Gehrig to be found on this New York Highlander team, as you would expect. And the Phillies, well, we can see who's leading off here. So sliding Billy Hamilton, Sherry McGee, Ed Delahanty, Sam Thompson, Jack Clemens, got Harry Wolverton, Eddie Grant, Otto Nabe, Jack Taylor. So this is going to be a good one. And then for the Highlanders, we have Bertie Creed, Kid Elberfeld, Wee Willie Keeler, Bob Musial, Wally Pipp, Jimmy Williams, Roger Peckinpah, it's Joe Sweeney, I believe it is, and Bob Shockey. So going in the Wayback Machine. All right. Ken Castro says play ball, and we shall indeed do so. But just one last thing. If you guys are really looking, and Ken, this is not for you, obviously, but if you guys are looking for an amazing adaptation of Dracula, you got to catch the 2024 Nosferatu. I just watched it, and it was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had seeing a movie. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. Chilling, the use of Romanian in the movie, and just it was astounding. It was astounding. All right, Sliding Billy Hamilton will lead things off here. We're ready to go. Phillies versus the Highlanders, and we are ready. All right, and Bob Shockey with a 3-0 pitch. This one coming in shoulder high, and without seeing a strike, Sliding Billy draws the base on balls. All right, brings up Sherry McGee now, and Hamilton. Hamilton can go to warp speed, so Shockey and Sweeney need to watch him very, very closely. Hamilton at first, the right-hander Shockey stretches, and the 1-2 pitch, and Sherry McGee strikes out, chasing out and down and away. So going after a bad pitch, Shockey looking to establish the strike zone very early, and here's the great Ed Delahanty now. First baseman for the Philadelphia Phillies in the box. Sliding Billy on at first. One down, just underway here at Highland Park. Shockey from the high set and the pitch. Hamilton gets a signal to steal, but he did not get a good jump. Pitch out, and the runner is not going. So Billy Hamilton a little bit too crafty about that. Sweeney not the strongest arm behind the plate. So Philadelphia, a good chance here to get Hamilton into scoring position. Quick throw to first by Shockey. The throw is low and blocked nicely by Wally Pipp while Hamilton steps back in safely. Big play right there for Wally Pipp. Ready to go again here. The 1-0 pitch not coming. Instead, snap throw to first. Hamilton is back standing up. So these Highlanders know what a threat Sliding Billy is. All right, Shockey comes to the set. 2 balls on Delahanty, as we would know. Here's the pitch to him now. Ground ball to Williams at second. They're only going to get the force play. No play at first. Peckinpah peeled out of the way, and wisely so. All right, so Delahanty on the fielder's choice, and here's Sam Thompson. So Delahanty getting too much on the ball, not allowing Delahanty to get in there. I probably would have bunted in that situation, and I think so would Cousin Ken. All right, here is Sam Thompson now. The 2-2 pitch. Shockey offers and got him on the changeup looking. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the first. The Phillies, nothing, and the New York Highlanders coming to bat. Bertie Cree will lead things off here for the Highlanders, and on the mound is Jack Taylor. So, yeah, your son saw it. He liked it. Yeah, it was really brilliant. Oh, my God. Dwayne March says, tell Pip not to come out of the game. He may never play first again. How about it? Ken tells us here the pitch out in the early years was known as the waste ball. I never knew that. Pitch out came much later. I'm going to try to remember that when I'm doing these games back in the day, our favorite eras, right, Cousin Ken? So waste ball. I'm going to try to remember that. All right. Bertie Cree, the right-hander, steps in again against Jack Taylor. And here's the pitch. This one hit well out into center field. Billy Hamilton retreats a few steps and makes the catch. That ball took off on him. He had to make a leap and grab. So Hamilton out there, pretty good center fielder. And here's Kid Elberfeld. Kid Elberfeld liked to smash plates to get waiters' attention in restaurants, by the way. Just thought you guys might want to know that. All right, Taylor looks in, and the pitch is on the way. Elberfeld hits a deep fly ball to right, but now tracking it down is Sam Thompson, who runs it down for the out. So 2 away here for the Highlanders in the bottom of the first, and here's Wee Willie Keeler. And here's the pitch from Jack Taylor. Keeler with a surprise bunt, bunted toward the mound, and here comes Taylor. He's got it, but he can't make a play. Keeler with a bunt single, and we're seeing that how well Diamond Mine Baseball also does good 19th century dead ball tactics right there. That's something that Keeler would do. Right? A lot of guys would do back in those days. A 2-out try to bunt to get on. And there is John DFW. He says it's been an eventful night. Usually when people say it's an eventful night, that's not necessarily. I hope eventful in a good way, John. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. All right. Here is Bob Musial now. Musial in the box. And Taylor eyes Keeler. 3-2 pitch on the way. Keeler breaks for second. Musial strikes out swinging. Well. All right. So the Highlanders strand 1. We go to the bottom of the second. We are scoreless here at Highland Park. And Jack Clemens will start things off. Harry Wolverton, the third baseman, waits on deck, and Eddie Grant in the hole. Sadly, Eddie Grant's claim to fame. One of the last major leaguers to be killed in the First World War, Eddie Grant, but a player we should definitely give some highlight to at some point. All right. Anyhow, left-handed hitting catcher Jack Clemens in the box. And no balls, 2 strikes on Clemens. Here's the pitch from Sailor Bob. Clemens lines one, but right to Williams at second, who makes the grab. All right, here's Harry Wolverton. So tornado warning. Oh, geez. Okay, that's scary. Had you in the interior bathroom for 30 minutes. Then you finished your baseball max tournament. Okay, you got your priorities straight. Life first, then baseball. John, we're glad you're all right, and hopefully your baseball max tournament turned out well for you. All right, here's Harry Wolverton now. Plays the hot corner here for the Philadelphia Phillies. 1 away, no score here. And the 2-strike pitch. This one on the inside corner, strike 3. Got him. Bob Shockey picking up the strikeout. So quickly 2 down now for Eddie Grant. So Shockey peers in. 0-1 pitch on the way to the lefty. This one loops center field, not deep. And Bertie Creed lopes in, and he will take it for out number 3. So Philadelphia goes in order. We go to the bottom of the second, and no score. Wally Pipp lead things off here. Left-handed hitting first baseman. The 1-2 delivery from Jack Taylor. Pipp tried to hold up, but he is called out. He had an idea that was going to happen. So 1 away now, and here's Jimmy Williams in the box. 0-2 pitch from Jack Taylor, and Williams is clipped by the pitch down the front leg, and he'll take his base. So it looks like that ball got away from Jack Taylor. Don't think that was on purpose. Here's Roger Peckinpah now. Shortstop. Batting in the 7th hole. 1-1 pitch. Taylor comes to the plate, and this one is rolled to third, and Wolverton up with it over to first, and 2 outs. Jimmy Williams move into scoring position now, and here's Jeff Sweeney. Right-handed hitting catcher. Here's the delivery from Jack Taylor. This one way high and away. Nice grab by Clemens. He misses that ball, and Jimmy Williams is at third easily. All right. Jack Taylor ready to work again. 3 balls, 1 strike on Sweeney. Taylor deals, and this one on the hands and promptly banged into left field. Sweeney clearing his body to produce a base hit. Jimmy Williams round third is going for home. Here's the throw. Sweeney will hold it first. Close play at the plate. Williams dives in head first. Clemens blocks the plate, makes the sweep tag, and Williams is out. What a play. Williams never got a piece of the plate. Wowza, wowza, wowza. So side retired. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. No score. This game's shaping up to be a lot like most of the games we've been playing here in Diamond Mine Baseball. John DFW tells us that something tells him that those 75 Reds are going places. As Dwayne March says, don't go to Wolverton Mountain. Love that song. I've heard that song before. It's a cool song. John says his 79 Expos lost to the 75 Reds in round 3. Oh, tough. Still, though, 79 Expos, good team. And taking them that far, and the Reds in round 3, hey, good stuff. Yeah, the 75 Reds, I think they got a future. I'll even predict that they'll do something in 1976, too. What do you think? All right. It's going to be Otto Nabe, Jack Taylor, and then Slide and Billy Hamilton due up for the Fightin' Phils here in the top of the 3rd inning. Chilly day here in New York. 0-1 pitch to Nabe, and here it comes. This one tapped on the ground. Jimmy Williams, a second tricky hop, but saw it coming and tosses onto Wally Pipp for out number 1. All right, Jack Taylor now. By the way, for anybody that plays Diamond Mine, if you forget, you get to see some basic stats over here. And then if you double click, you can get the player's full card and everything like that. And you can look at anybody else in the roster. So just to remind people that there's way more. There's definitely a man behind the curtain that you should pay attention to. All right, and Bob Shockey ready to deal. Taylor 2 strikes on him, and here is the delivery. Swung on, bounced to the right side. Over to make the play is Jimmy Williams, and they get Taylor at first. So 2 down, and we're back at the top of the fighting's order, and sliding Billy Hamilton. The 1-2 pitch on the way. And this one hit a long way to right center field. Cree looking for help, but Keeler can't get there either. The ball loose in the gap. Hamilton makes the turn at second and race into third with a long triple. So with 2 down, Billy Hamilton, the big hit. It's up to Sherry McGee to just put it somewhere safe. All right. Shockey's going to have to work out of the stretch here to Sherry McGee. Just 3 hits in this game, 2 by the Highlanders, 1 by the Phillies. And here he is for the second time today. Sherry McGee struck out last time up. Hamilton up the line at third. 0-2 offering, swing and a miss. But the ball gets away from Sweeney. McGee is going to try and reach, but he will be thrown out. Oof, close. All right, still nothing going. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and we have a scoreless tie. All right, it's going to be Shockey, Cree, and Elberfeld due up for the Highlanders. Jack Taylor in the wind and the pitch. Shockey with a ground ball left side short. Eddie Grant throws out. Bob Shockey for out number 1. Back at the top of the order now for Birdie Cree. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Flight out to very deep center last time up. Here's the 1-1 pitch. High-hopping ground ball to first. Delahanty behind the bag. Had some trouble with it, but recovered to throw out Birdie Cree. So quick 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And here's the kid, Elberfeld. Also nothing for 1. Only 2 hits again. 0-2 pitch. Lifted out to very shallow left center. Trio defenders in pursuit. No one can get it. And Elberfeld with a little pop fly single. So hits coming after 2 outs here for both of these teams. What paucity of hits there have been. 3 for New York, 1 for Philadelphia. And here's Wee Willie Keeler. See what fireworks he can do here. Singled his first time up, little bunt single. Taylor to the stretch, and here's the delivery. Bounce to Eddie Grant at short, and he's going to go the short way to second, and that will take care of the New York Highlanders. We head to the top of the 4th. Still no score. At Delahanty, Sam Thompson, Jack Clemens due up for Ken Castro's Fightins. So this ball, we talk about dead ball ballparks. And again, doing everything we can to dispel the myth that these were tiny ballparks. I've mentioned quite a few times, well, probably ad nauseum and ad infinitum, that Baker Bowl was actually an exception to the rule. So look at the dimensions of Highland Park. This one's ridiculous. I don't even think that Dwayne's hero, the Mick, could hit one out of here center field. 542 feet to center field in Highland Park. Big park. Look at the porches. Down the right field line, 400 feet. Left field, a little bit more friendly, but still 365. Into power alleys, it angles up from 383 to 435 on the left-hand side, and 409, and quickly, steeply, 450. Big ballpark. And look at the fence heights, too. Right? So 15 to 20 feet going all around this ballpark. This is a big one. Right against Coogan's Bluff. So here we go. So yeah, that's a big ballpark. So yikes, right? So for those of you into American football, you think about that. That is almost just in its length 2 football fields. That's just ridiculous. Oh yeah, absolutely. The comment might get an inside the park though. Absolutely, Dwayne. But as far as cranking one out to dead center, I don't think Mantle, I don't think Ruth could have done it. The big Titanic sluggers, and those are the 2 that I think of that would have that kind of just raw power to do it. That's just nuts. Just nuts. John DFW says, for Elberfeld, he keeps thinking you're trying to say Ken Oberkfell. Well, now that you've planted that in my head, that's probably what's going to happen. All right. Here we go. We're going to have Ed Delahanty, Sam Thompson, and Jack Clemens. All right. Delahanty leads off, hitting into a force play last time at the plate. Here's the delivery from Bob Shockey. Fair ball, grounded over first. Nice play by Pip to take a double away from Delahanty. So, one away. Wow. All right, here's Sam Thompson. Guys should remember him from the Ned McGreevy League. Second time for him today, strikeout victim against Bob Shockey. Thompson protecting at 0-2. Shockey works to Thompson. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the umpire at third. So 2 gone. And, boy, game getting a little tense now as Jack Clemens in the box. He also is 0 for 1. Just about everybody is 0 for 1. Philadelphia, in fact, just has 1 hit in this game. The 2-strike pitch coming up. This one, a breaking ball that will take care of Clemens, who missed this one by a foot. So Shockey gets the job done. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Highlanders and Phils scoreless. All right, it'll be Bob Musial, Wally Pipp, and Jimmy Williams due up the number 4, 5, 6 hitters for the New York Highlanders. They've managed just 3 hits off of Jack Taylor. So Musial 0 for 1. Taylor on the rubber, 1-1 pitch on the way. Musial hits it into right center field, but lots of speed from Billy Hamilton, and he makes the running catch for the first out. All right, Wally Pipp. Batting in the 5 slot, went down on strikes last time. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this one hit on the ground to second. Flattens out for Otto Ney, but he throws over retiring Pipp. Scored textbook 4-3. And here's Jimmy Williams. So the only Highlanders that have gotten hits today have been Kid Elberfeld, Wee Willie Keeler, and that one on a bunt, by the way, and Jeff Sweeney. Fly ball to center field could have 2 assists out, says Dwayne. How about it? That's just incredible, the size of this ballpark. Could you imagine? And could you imagine being the poor sod? So let's say, right, 1904, it was a very, very good year for the Highlanders. Could you imagine having seats? And if you want to get a good, there's a classic picture of people standing on Coogan's Bluff watching, watching the ball game, watching over Highland Park, and you can see the people standing up there. And you see the players. You get a real sense this was like just a massive, massive field. Guess there was a lot of room back then for something this big. So, but this game playing out into one of the other things that's kind of tricky about dead ball era baseball, in that we do have a scoreless tie right now, but there is also a misconception that every dead ball game was low scoring, and that in fact is not true, but we are seeing it here today. Interestingly, no errors so far, so we can see what club is going to make the first error. I'll be surprised if we get a clean game here. So far, the pitcher's doing the work. All right, here's Jimmy Williams, hit by pitch last time. Count full. Taylor deals, and Taylor picks up a strikeout as Williams chased outside. So, yeah, and the band played on. We go to the top of the 5th. The Phils and the Highlanders are scoreless here at Highland Park. 49 degrees today, a little chilly in the Big Apple. Wolverton will lead off here for Philadelphia in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch. Shockey delivers. This one popped up behind short. This one carrying, and it's going to be Musial in left field that will reel it in for out number 1. All right, here's Eddie Grant. And for Philadelphia, the only hit has been sliding Billy Hamilton. All right, lefty Eddie Grant at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Shockey on the way. This one laced over the head of second baseman Williams and into right center for a hit. Keeler, a good play to cut it off. Grant is around first, but then retreats to the bag with a single. So second hit for the Fighting Phils here, and that will bring up Otto Nabe, second baseman. He's batting in the 8 slot. Nabe in the box. Dutch, here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, bounce back to the mound. Shockey gets the out at second. Williams drops the ball, but no harm done on the transfer. So they weren't going to get Otto Nabe anyway, says the play-by-play. So Otto Nabe on the fielder's choice, 2 down now for Jack Taylor. Pitcher in the box. Shockey has a sign from Sweeney. Taylor bounced out his last time up. Here's the stretch by Shockey. Pitch on the way, grounded down the line of third, played up on 2 hops by Elberfeld. Long throw over to Otto Nabe in time for the out. Fast innings here. We go to the bottom of the 5th now, and the Highlanders will send up Peckinpah, Sweeney, and Shockey. No score, 5 hits in the game thus far. Roger Peckinpah in the box, second pitch on the way. This one, hard grounder in the hole on the right side. Nabe with a dive, and he's got it. Rifles it to first and gets Peckinpah for the first out. Doff of the cap by Jack Taylor there to his infield. Wow. All right, here's Jeff Sweeney. He singled back in the second inning. 1-1 is the count, and here is the pitch. Broken bat comebacker, and Taylor, having to dodge the head of the bat, can't make a play on the ball, and Sweeney makes first safely. All right, so with 1 away, here is Bob Shockey. Pitcher versus pitcher here. 1 on, 1 out, grounded out to short back in the 3rd. Sweeney off of first, and here's the pitch. Shockey shows bunt and gets it down, but this one is going to roll foul down the first base line. All right, Shockey back in the box. Sweeney leading off first. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Bob Shockey, showing bunt. And this one bunted foul straight down into the dirt and just kind of harmlessly perambulating its way onto the third base side. So Shockey back in there now. Taylor to deal. Taylor steps off, throws to first. Sweeney back in safely. And Taylor ready to deal. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Shockey turns and squares. Bunted to the left. This one's go foul, and that will be strike 3. So 2 down now, and back at the top of the order for the Highlanders, Birdie Cree. Nothing 2 attempts today for the New York center fielder. Here's the delivery from Jack Taylor. This one on the outside corner, strike 1. Clemens with a quick throw to first, but Sweeney gets back. All right. And throw to first again. Delahanty with the tag, and Sweeney just gets back in time. So Jack Taylor, good move to first. Sweeney with a good lead there. All right, Sweeney out to an aggressive lead once again. The 0-2 pitch to Birdie Cree. Taylor lets it go, and strike 3 called inside edge at the knees, and Cree goes down looking. Go to the top of the 6th. Still no score here at Highland Park between the Phillies and the Highlanders. All right, we're back at the top of the order. We'll be sliding Billy Hamilton, Sherry McGee, and Ed Delahanty. And let's hope that Sherry McGee finally make it into the Hall of Fame. Come on, Sherry McGee. Let's do it. All right, 7 people watching Diamond Mine Baseball on a Saturday night or Sunday morning, or Monday morning, depending upon your perspective. All right. Thank you, guys. And the creators of Diamond Mine Baseball. Thank you. All right. Here's Sliding Billy now. He tripled off Shockey last time. Here is the pitch. Hamilton tries to bunt his way on. This one rolling toward the mound. Shockey grabs it. Snap throw. In time for the putout. That was close at first. All right, Sherry McGee now 0 for 2. These teams, this is a duel here for the ages. Struck out twice so far in the game, did Sherry McGee. 2-2 offering, swung on, bounced to short off a curveball, and Roger Peckinpah has it. The long throw to Wally Pipp, and McGee will be retired for out number 2. Delahanty now. Stands in again, grounded out in the 4th. Shockey peers in. Here's the 3-1 offering. Line by Delahanty down the third base line. Elberfeld dives, and this gets by him, and this is going to get to the corner. Musial with a throw in, and Philadelphia gets their first extra base hit. Ed Delahanty with the double. So runner in scoring position, and here is Sam Thompson now. Nothing for two. A chance here for the Phils to put one on the board here in the top of the sixth. 2 away, though. Sam Thompson, lefty. He has struck out twice. 2 balls and 1 strike to Thompson. And this one grounded to the right side. Williams makes a nice stop in the hole and throws Thompson out at first. Score at 4-3. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Highlanders and Phils are scoreless. So if you were looking for home runs, you came to the wrong shop, brother. All right, Kid Elberfeld, Wee Willie Keeler, and Bob Musial to bat for the New York Highlanders. Elberfeld will face Taylor. Singled off of Taylor back in the third. 3-1 pitch to Elberfeld. Taylor kicks and delivers. Elberfeld looks at a pitch inside, and he will perambulate down to first. I love the word perambulate, right? Of course, a better word is saunter. So we could say he saunters to first. Trying to be a little bit more florid when doing the older games. All right, here's Wee Willie Keeler. Keeler 1 for 2. So bounced into a force last time up. 1 strike on Wee Willie. The pitch is on the way. Keeler chops it high off the plate. It's the Baltimore chop. Clemens waiting for it to come down. Throws to covering Nabe. Not in time. And the Highlanders with men on first and second. I love the fact that Wee Willie Keeler just Baltimore chopped that ball. Oh, I should just give this game a big old wet sloppy kiss for that. That was super cool. All right, here's Bob Musial now. 1-1 delivery, and Musial with a nice level swing, lines a base hit to left. Kid Elberfeld is rounding third. Keeler's around second. Elberfeld goes for home. Keeler's going to hold at second. The throw comes home. Clemens leaps for the high throw, and Elberfeld slides in safely. Nice play by Clemens to prevent the error. The run does score, and the Highlanders here in the bottom of the sixth with a 1-0 lead. And the way this game's going, that could be enough. So nobody out, and New York has 2 on. Keeler at second, Musial at first for first baseman Wally Pipp. Looking for his first hit of the game, and here's the pitch. This one taken low on a scrambling save by Clemens. So Taylor may need a little calming down out there. Ball 1 on Pipp, and here is the next pitch to him. And Keeler gets a signal to steal, but he does not get a good jump. Pipp takes one just wide, and the count drops. 2 balls, no strikes. Now it's 2-1. This one pulled hard to deep right field. Thompson racing back after it, and he makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch. Keeler tags up, and he will make it into third easily. So first out of the inning, New York with a chance to put a crooked number here up on the bottom of the sixth inning as Jimmy Williams settles in the box. All right, he struck out back in the fourth. Corners in, looking for 2 up the middle. The 2-strike pitch. Williams goes down looking as Taylor paints the outside corner. So Jack Taylor dealing today. So 2 outs, looking to get out of this with minimal damage, just giving up that 1 run. He's got to get Roger Peckinpah, though. And pretty good bench. Just looking at this New York bench here, you got Howe Chase, Whit Conroy over there, Aaron Ward. So Chick Fuster. So pretty fine bench there. Looking at the Fightins, you got Kitty Bransfield, got Gavi Kravitz not even starting the game. Dode Paskert is there. So this is a great matchup, these two teams. All right, runners at the corners. And here's Peckinpah, the 2-1 delivery, and this one line to left and caught by Sherry McGee off a blade of grass for the out. All right. So the New York Highlanders pick up 1, and they lead 1-0 as we go to the visitors' half of the 7th inning here at Highland Park. And it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Clemens, Wolverton, and Eddie Grant. All right. Clemens struck out his last time up. 2-2 pitch from Shockey. This one, a line shot, short center field, and it's going to drop in front of Bertie Cree for a base hit. All right, so the Fightins pick up their 4th hit of the game, and here comes Harry Wolverton now. Wolverton hitless on the day. Infield pop up back in the 5th. Tying run on first with nobody out. Pip holding Clemens at first, and here's the delivery. And Wolverton turns the bunt, and this one fouled back off the glove of Sweeney. So he's going to get another look at Shockey here. Shockey from the high set. No balls, 1 strike on Wolverton, and here's the delivery. The runner is going. The pitch is a ball. The throw down to second, and Clemens is in there. The throw wide to the right. Peckinpah missing a swinging tag. Jack Clemens picks up his first steal of the season. So now tying a run in scoring position for the Phillies, and nobody out. Wolverton back in the box now. 3-1 the count. The pitch from Sailor Bob Shockey. Fly ball to center, and Bertie Cree, glasses down, struggling against the sun, makes the catch. Clemens will hold at second. All right, 1 away, Phillies fans, and it brings up Eddie Grant. Eddie Grant, 1 for 2 in the game. Singled last time up. 1-1 pitch to Eddie. Swing and pop up to center field. Bertie Cree has it, and out number 2 in the books. And here's Otto Nabe with 2 down. So again, we've seen some hits coming after 2 outs in this game, and that's exactly what Otto Nabe's going to try to do here. Base hit, scores Jack Clemens, and ties this game. And we're going to see Klondike Douglas. So Klondike Douglas, Otto Nabe is done for the day. We got a lefty in there now against Shockey. So here we go. Clemens into his lead at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Douglas went too far on an off-speed pitch up in the zone, and he is out of there. Shockey with 7 strikeouts in the game. And now playing second base, Kid Gleason. So Kid Gleason in there for the Philadelphia Phillies. Bottom of the 7th we go, and it's the Highlanders 1 and the Phillies nothing here at Highland Park. Diamond Mine Baseball on a late Sunday night, early Sunday morning. Thanks, family, for hanging out. All right, we got Jeff Sweeney, Bob Shockey, and Bertie Cree due up for the Highlanders here, as we just talked right through the 7th inning stretch. So Sweeney reached on an error his last time up. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Taylor. Sweeney with a weak fly ball to short center. Hamilton on a sprint. He's going to call off Eddie Grant, and he will make the catch. All right, 1 away now. Bob Shockey. Pitcher nothing for 2. Bob Shockey readies himself. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Jack Taylor strikes out Shockey for the second out. Jack Taylor also with 7 Ks now. So 14 between these 2 twirlers. How about that? Cranks and cranklets. We only have 1 cranklet that comes in here, but that's okay. All right, back at the top of the order now. Batting with 2 down, nobody on is Bertie Cree. 1-0 score right now. Struck out last time in the 5th. He is ready to go. 2-2 offering from Taylor. This one line to left, and this one on a couple of hops. Cree steering it through the hole for a base hit. So New York trying to make some noise here in the bottom of the 7th to pad this razor-thin 1-0 lead. All right, both pitchers just pitching absolute gems here, though. Here's Kid Elberfeld now. Run scored in this game and drew a walk-off of Jack Taylor last time. Cree into his lead at first, 0-1 on Elberfeld. Taylor kicks and delivers. This one blooped down the left field line, and this is going to drop. And Bertie Cree, with good base running, will make it to 3rd. So 2 down now, and here's Wee Willie Keeler. Keeler having a great day in this game. He is 2 for 3. This is going to be a big at-bat for Keeler and a big series of pitches here for Jack Taylor. You get Keeler, and you get to the top of the 8th and try to get this game tied up. This, I think, is going to be key right here. So he has 2 singles. Runners dance off the corners, and here is the pitch. This one is hit hard into left center field alley. Going back is Billy Hamilton. He is there and makes the catch to end the inning. So big play there. And Gavy Kravitz now coming into the game. Gravith is a pinch hitter. He was the king of home runs in the dead ball era. And Gravith eyeing that, well, for this park, comparatively short left field line, it's only 365 feet down the left field line. So Gravith, who was a lawyer, would become a judge after his baseball career. Very, very, very smart man. And again, he was the home run king of the dead ball era. So Gravith in there now. Bob Shockey, neither of these pitchers are showing any signs of fatigue. All right, Gravith in the box now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Shockey deals, and Gravith lines it up the middle, lead-off single, and the Fightins have the tying run aboard at first. And here comes Billy Hamilton now. Sliding Billy 1 for 2 against Shockey and the Highlanders. So bad bunt attempt last time. Gravith at first, the tying run. And here's the pitch from Shockey. Gravith gets the signal to steal, but doesn't get a good job. Hamilton will take a strike. Nice off-speed pitch that hits the outside corner by Bob Shockey. All right, sliding Billy back in the box now. Shockey to the stretch. Full count on Hamilton. This one grounded to Peckinpah short. New York should be able to turn 2 here. 2-1 and across to first. And they turn it 2 away. Oh, that's gotta hurt. All right, here comes Sherry McGee now. So I wouldn't be surprised, as usually happens in these games, after the double play, you get a base hit. So McGee looking for his first hit of the game, grounded to short last time. 2-2 the count, and here's the pitch from Bob Shockey. And McGee hits it reasonably hard to center, but Bertie Cree, backing up only a couple steps, makes a reasonably easy catch. All right, George McQuillan will come on to pitch now as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. So Jack Taylor's day is done. And we will see Bob Musial, Wally Pipp, and Jimmy Williams here in the bottom of the 8th. Highlanders lead 1-0. The line for the Highlanders, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. For the Philadelphia Phillies, no runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. So at least, thank the baseball gods, we do not have a clean game. All right. Musial in the box now. And McQuillan, as I said, on to pitch. He has a fastball, curve, and change. 3rd appearance this year, but no record yet. Musial leading off. McQuillan toes the rubber. The count, 3 balls, 1 strike. McQuillan's pitch to Musial. Here's a well-hit ball to right and deep. Thompson sprinting back, checks to see where he's at, and has it for the out. So 1 away. And here's Wally Pipp. Long fly out to deep right his last time up. McQuillan stares in. Pipp behind now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. Easy fly ball out to right field. And moving a bit to his right is Sam Thompson. And he will glove it for out number 2. All right. Jimmy Williams bats here with 2 out in the bottom of the 8th. When we go to the Philadelphia 9th, we will see Delahanty, Thompson, and Clemens. All right, Jimmy Williams hitless today. 1-2 the count from McQuillan, and here is the pitch. This one hit on the ground to Harry Wolverton. Wolverton fires across to first for the out. Score at 5-3. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the 9th. And the Fightins have wasted a few chances in this game. One really big chance. See if they can make up for it here as the heart of the order comes up. Ed Delahanty, Sam Thompson, and Jack Clemens. Delahanty 1 for 3 in the game. And he doubled off Bob Shockey in the 6th. Payoff pitch, fastball just low, maybe. And Delahanty is walked with nobody out. So once again, the Philadelphia Phillies have the tying run aboard. Sam Thompson looking for his first hit today off of Bob Shockey. Lefty in the box, nothing for 3 today. Snap throw to first. The tag by Pipp, and Delahanty is back safely. All right. Shockey gets the sign from Sweeney. Here's the pitch. This one's grounded hard between first and second. Pipp with a dive by him for a hit. Delahanty rounding second. He's going for third. Keeler throws to third. The throw is way up the line, getting by Elberfeld. Shockey chases it down. Delahanty scores. Thompson takes second. Charge Wee Willie Keeler, E9. Huge error. And the Phillies tie it up here in the top of the ninth inning. Absolutely incredible. Wee Willie Keeler rushes that throw. All right, nobody out. Go ahead run on a second for the Phils, and here is Jack Clemens. He is 1 for 3 in the contest. Here's the pitch from Shockey. The bunt is on, gets it down the left side. Elberfeld pounces on it. His only play will be to first, throwing to Williams, covering. Thompson will move to third, and the Phillies mounting a serious threat now. Here's Harry Wolverton. Phillies looking to get a crooked number here in the top of the ninth. When we go to the bottom of the ninth, for the Highlanders, we'll see the bottom of the order: Peckinpah, Sweeney, and Shockey. All right, so Wolverton, New York infield in, and leading off third is Sam Thompson. The one-strike pitch, line drive left field, and Wolverton will knock in a run with a solid single over short. So RBI for third baseman Harry Wolverton, and for the first time in the game, the Philadelphia Phillies have the lead. It's 2-1. These teams tied in hits and errors. All right, here's Eddie Grant, and I'm pulling for Eddie Grant. He's 1 for 3. All right, batting in the 7 hole. Throw over. Wolverton dives head first. The tag by Pip, and he is in there safe. Close play. Wolverton gets up and dusts himself off, as we're told that Wolverton may have had bad intentions. All right, Grant back in the box now. Right-hand Shockey stretches. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and this one gets through Sweeney, who got the end of the glove on it, but that was it. Wolverton will now move into scoring position. Score that, a passed ball on Sweeney. All right, so Philadelphia with a chance to pull away a little bit here with a potential third run in scoring position now in the personage of Harry Wolverton. So Cousin Ken's got to be loving this game right now. All right, here's the 3-2, ball 4. And wait, Grant is out on the appeal. And, yep, so Bob Shockey now with 8 strikeouts. Now he's just got to get by Kid Gleason. Of course, Gleason, pretty good player, but his greatest claim to fame was he was the manager of the 1919 White Sox. So I mentioned the other night about Pants Rowland. That's who was managing the 1917 White Sox. So Kid Gleason in there. And I think we featured Kid Gleason one night on a broadcast. All right, 2 down, 3-0 offering, and this pitch is low. This one gets past Sweeney and goes all the way to the backstop. Wolverton will move to third. It is falling apart right now, and Gleason's going to end up on first. That's a walk and a pass ball. So not sure what's happening here with New York. Shockey dominant throughout this game. But Sweeney with pass balls, and we got that error from Wee Willie Keeler in this inning. So the Highlanders kind of falling apart a little bit here as George McQuillan steps in. Let's see if Philadelphia allows him to hit for himself. Throw to first. McQuillan will bat. Gleason is back in plenty of time. 2 balls, 2 strikes on McQuillan. Sailor Bob works, swung on and rolled to the right side. Williams charges it to meet it. Barehanded scoop, hard throw, close play, and they get him. So that retires the side. Playing shortstop now, Mickey Doolin. And Harry Walter will be in there batting for Roger Peckinpah. We are at the bottom of the ninth here at Highland Park in New York. McQuillan will stay on here looking for the win. 2-7-1 for the Phillies, 1-7-1 for the Highlanders. It'll be Walter, Sweeney, and then a pinch hitter, I would think, for Jack Shockey. All right, Walter, a left-handed hitter. And looking around, we got Doolin. Doolin there in there at short now. Kid Gleason stays into play second. And I think we have our defensive substitutions taken care of here for the Fightins. All right, 1-2 pitch on the way to Harry Walter. This one on the ground left side. Doolin will go to first with it, and Walter is retired for out number 1. All right, Jeff Sweeney. He's been successful 1 and 3 trips against these Phils. But wait, we have none other than Hal Chase. So Hal Chase, supremely talented first baseman, Hal Chase. What might have been had he not succumbed to the evils of avarice, huh? All right, 1-1 pitch. McQuillan works to Chase. Fly ball to the right side. Thompson twisting around, but he's going to recover to make the grab. So 2 away. And I'm wondering, I've got to look if I don't think Chase was ever banned from baseball. So probably just not going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame. I don't recall. I think he kind of did a Tris Speaker and Ty Cobb and just bowed out, if memory serves correctly. It looks like Shockey will not bat for himself. So Whit Conroy will come on now. So New York's last hope to take this one from the Phillies. What just a superb game this is. If you're a baseball connoisseur, you got a lot of strikeouts, some good defensive plays, a couple pass balls, and yeah, I mean, this game had it all except home runs, and that's fine. I even had a triple. Come on. Nothing in 1 on Conroy. McQuillan delivers. This one a line shot to right, base hit. This one might get in the gap, and it will, all the way to the wall, and Conroy on with a 2-out, 2-base hit. Back of the top of the order for Birdie Cree. And New York threatening to tie it up here. 2 down, bottom of the 9th. Birdie Cree 1 for 4. George McQuillan studies the signs, and we are ready to go. 2-2 pitch on the way to Cree. And here it comes. Chopped off the plate to short. Doolin moves in, and he can't come up with it. And Conroy crosses over to third, and Cree will reach on the error. Okay, Red Donahue will now come on to pitch. Second error for Philadelphia in this game. Runners at the corners, 2 away, and Red Donahue will face Kid Elberfeld. 2 for 3 in the game with a run scored. So the Philadelphia fans who made the short trip up here to Manhattan, having to go through the Garden State in their horse and buggies, so actually it wouldn't have been a short trip, I suppose. Cheering on their fighting Phils to snatch this 2-1 victory over the Highlanders. 2 away, bottom of the 9th. Runners at the corners. Red Donahue studying the signs, and we are ready here. See what Kid Elberfeld can do. Fastball, curveball for Donahue. First appearance this year. Elberfeld steps in the box. The 1-strike pitch. This one grounded past Donahue. Shortstop Doolin has it coming in and gets the force to second with a short throw to Gleason covering. Wow. And that is your ball game. And the Philadelphia Phillies defeat the New York Highlanders 2-1 for Philadelphia. 2 runs on 7 hits. There were 2 errors. For the New York Highlanders, 1 run, 8 hits, and 1 error. Wow, that was a fun game. Let's go ahead and save our stats and save our box score and all that other kinds of fun stuff. Fun game. Wow. So we've been having some good ones here. That the Cleveland Dodgers or Cleveland Robins game we did last night was 11-9. We did have one blowout though. The Athletics absolutely obliterating the Tigers 12-1, but a lot of good games in this one. So thank you, Dwayne. Really appreciate it, man. It was a lot of fun. I know it's kind of late. You know, I guess you're not doing any, of course, even if you are doing any baseball, I wouldn't be able to come say hi. But yeah. So Ken has 2 Phillies wins tonight. Awesome for cousin Ken. Man, I'm telling you what, just a word about my Pittsburgh Pirates. I feel so badly for Paul Skeens. Pitches a kick-ass game today, and we still managed to lose. Good God. Everybody's saying that the Rockies are the worst team in baseball, but I got to tell you what, win-loss record aside, the Pirates are just sucking so hard. And you know what? There's only so many times you can fire a manager. The Pirates need new ownership. It's just all there is to it. We're going to lose Skeens to somebody like the Mets or the Cubs or the Dodgers or the Yankees or whatever. This kid pitching his heart out. Cousin Ken, you got 2 wins for your Phils tonight. One on Dwayne's house and one at the one we've created here. So, but yeah, man, Skeens, this kid's pitching his heart out, and the Pirates just, I don't know. It is not a good year. We've scored so few runs this year, and Skeens isn't our only good pitcher either. That's the thing. So why a lot of Pirates fans were somewhat hopeful, not that we were going to contend this year, but we have a couple good pitchers on the squad. But the offense has shown up to work with badminton rackets, I think. Really bad. And Truth Hurts Wilkie joins us here at the end of this game, and he says, Jared Jones to meet with Dr. Keith Meister regarding UCL sprain. It looks like it will be Tommy John surgery next. Ouch. Well, that'll be the season for him. So, Truth Hurts, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Just finished a Diamond Mine baseball game here. And about to shut her down for the night. It's having folks on a Sunday night, Monday morning it's a pretty rare occurrence. So there's lots of good games coming up in both of these leagues, in the all-time great players leagues volume. I've been mainly concentrating on volume 1, but volume 2 also some good stuff. So next time we'll switch over to League 2, and I think we're gonna do Cardinals Pirates. So this is should be interesting. I'm guessing this is around 1970s Pirates. I'm not sure yet, but that is for another day. So Dwayne, I will try the next time that you are on and I am home to unsubscribe, resubscribe, refresh the stream. Stupid YouTube, man. And let's see. Truth Hurts Wilkie says, Jeff Passan a couple days ago talked about the Pirates trading Skeens soon to get back some high-octane prospects. I mean, the only reason people are coming to PNC Park is to see this kid pitch. And this is what I'm saying about the ownership. Okay? Now, I realize it's May. It's the middle of May. Nutting needs to hold on to Skeens. Offer this kid, forget about waiting for him to just give him a damn contract. Give him some money. Give him money, and let's acquire some good people. Past few seasons, the Pirates have had a hot start in the first part of the season and then swooned in the second part. Let's see if we can reverse course. But I don't know. I don't know where our offense is this year. But our pitchers, we just can't do it. And Skeens, the Pirates have never been a strong pitching team. We have no Hall of Famers. We've had some very good pitchers, Doug Drabek, Doc Ellis when he wasn't tripping, Bob Moose. Bob Walk always made me nervous, but we had some good pitchers in the 70s and the 90s. But when you got a dead baller, when you got Babe Adams that still holds most of the Pirate pitching records, there's a chance here we have this, with Paul Skeens, and they should be giving this kid run support all day and all night, and it's just not happening because Bob Nutting wants the Pirates to be on welfare. Sit back and a lot of people come down on the big market clubs, but I'll tell you what, man, they're paying the poverty tax for places like for clubs like the Pirates, and I'm sick of it, man. I am sick of it. Because they're just wasting their time with no offense. Their big signing was well, and here's the thing about Kutch. Kutch never wanted to leave Pittsburgh. So I don't know, a lot of Pirates fans don't know that. He didn't want to leave. He begged the Pirates front office. He said, look, I'll stay. Just give me something decent. We trade McCutcheon. Josh Bell wanted to stay with us. Jay Hay wanted to stay with us. Um, this is something that's been really kind of just a recurring theme for the Pittsburgh Pirates. We gave up on some pitcher named Tim Wakefield. Wakefield goes to Boston, and a legendary career for him. This is it's what Pittsburgh does. It's kind of like this sort of very. And thank you for letting me vent about my team. So Connie Mack would put together a great team, win a couple World Series, and then slowly dismantle the team. Connie Mack wisely said, he said, I can draw more people by keeping some good players and having a good third place team than selling off my team for more money. And, he was right. So, after 1931, you saw, Jimmy Fox was, you saw some players leaving and going elsewhere. And Connie Mack did that also back in the 1910s, with his $100,000 infield. But the Pirates, right? They dismantle. They just dismantle things, and that's really been happening under Bob Nutting. I think more than any other. Kevin McClatchy brought the franchise back with the help of Sid Thrift, the general manager, making that crazy trade that everybody, Pittsburgh Pirates, freaked out. Pittsburgh Pirate fans freaked out that we traded away Tony Pena, but we got Andy Van Slyke, Michael LaValliere, Mike Dunn. Mike Dunn didn't pan out in that trade, but Spanky and Van Slyke were so key in those Pirates of the early 1990s. And then you get to the 2010s. Same thing, but then everybody's gone. Everybody's gone. We could have built, we could have kept Kutch. We could have kept Josh Bell. But that's what we're dealing with in Pittsburgh, and Pirates fans are pissed. And I'll tell you what, I don't think it's going to be very long until you're going to see Pirate fans doing what Oakland fans did and not coming to ball games. Pirates are not immune to that. Let's see. Baltimore should make a trade for Skeens. The pitching is brutal. They probably will. What about trading Jason Schmidt, who had some good years with the Giants? Yeah, hey, I know, right? It goes on and on and on. We see these players go off and have stellar careers. Garrett Cole did not want to remain with the Pirates. Goes to the Yankees, and Garrett Cole out this year, but Garrett Cole was absolutely essential. Aroldis Chapman, we let him go. Chapman wanted to stay in Pittsburgh, but he said, you know what? They didn't want me there. I'm happy where I am. Chapman's still a pretty damn good closer. We lost him. It sucks being a Pirate fan. You never, ever turn against your team. You just bitch a lot harder about them. I mean, I'll never say, hey, I give up on the Pirates. I'm going to go be, a Cincinnati Reds fan or something like that. But this is just getting beyond frustrating. So, I guess this is going to be year I'm going to be rooting for the Cardinals if the Pirates don't do something, and I really don't see it happening. Again, being a Major League Baseball manager, that's got to be the scariest job ever to have, because you can't fire a whole team. So anyhow, thank you guys for letting me rant. You guys have all been here with all the clubs that you follow. Even Yankees fans have been there. Not so much the inept ownership, but just your team is just stinking up the league or the division or, whatever. I was, if you were a Yankees fan in the late 60s, you were not a happy camper. And it just goes on and on and on and on. But the difference is Bob Nutting is a penurious, he's just this little cheap man. Won't spend money. The game has changed, and God forbid. I mean, the Pirates. They've been in Pittsburgh forever, man. And we had Federal League there, an American Association Pirate. But we keep every year hoping beyond hope. This is going to be the year. This is going to be the year. O'Neal Cruz and Jack Sawinski. We got some good players on there, but it's not happening. So I hope whoever you root for, guys, or certainly, unless you're a Rockies fan, but everybody else is doing better than the Pittsburgh Pirates. So with that said, we are done. I want to thank Truth Hurts. Oh, yeah. So is the Red Zone or De La Cruz will be a Dodger. Wow. Yeah. The Reds, even with their inept ownership, they're still doing better than the Bucks. I didn't even look. Scanes just it's heartbreaking enough to see that there was another loss and he pitched a fantastic ball game, and it's like I didn't want to look at the recap. Just didn't want to look at the recap. So Pirate fans, and there are about 5 of us in the community, enjoy Paul while we have him, because it ain't gonna be long. I want to thank Truth Hurts Wilkie for coming in. Cousin Ken Castro, Dwayne Martz, John DFW, and Samuel Smith was here with us tonight. And then we had about 7-8 people watching. So for Diamond Mine Baseball, and hey, Beatles, the Rockies need new fans. Yeah, don't they? Sheesh, that's okay. I can't be a fan of an expansion team. I can't do it. They're too young. Got to have I know they have some excellent players in the Rockies, but that's just not happening, man. I'm sticking with my Buccos, even though I'm just absolutely livid. All right, so to family, thank you. Keep those cards and letters coming in concerning which game to use for McGreevy, and keeping my eyes peeled here, keeping a weather eye out for a Pocket Pennant Run update. And once that is there, we will be back on for some Pocket Pennant Run action. See where Arizona scored 11 runs in 3 games this year and lost. Yeah, it's a weird season, man. It's just strange. And the Rockies, God, those poor guys. But the thing is they've got deep pockets out there, the Colorado Rockies. It's not like until or unless a team is put in Salt Lake City, the Rockies have that whole damned area of the country, and they can, right? So, till the Athletics move into Vegas officially, but even so, right? That's still wide open baseball territory there. So, but I don't know. It's just the Pirates. I think why I'm so upset at them is because we have such a storied history, but we've not been in the postseason since 2015. We've not won a World Series since 1979. There's only one club that has a longer drought than the Pirates, and that's the Cleveland Guardians. 1948 for them. So but they made it to the postseason last year. I don't know how Cleveland's doing this year, but I'll check that out. Oh, no worries, D. Scott. I'm just glad to have you come in. And I'm just finishing up my rant against how inept my Pittsburgh Pirates are this year. It's breaking me heart. The club of Hannes Wagner, Roberto Clemente, Willie Stargell, Dave Parker, just sucking. The Wayner brothers, Archie Vaughn. Oh my God. All these guys are saying, hey, what is going on down there? What are you guys doing? You're certainly not playing baseball. So, geez. So, heard they're having problems getting funding for the Vegas stadium. So, does that mean that they end up playing in Sacramento forever? Or would there be the possibility that team gets relocated to Salt Lake City? Pots and pots of money in Salt Lake City, and with my understanding is the Salt Lake City Bees. I think they're AAA, right? They get like great support from their fans. So, yep, Bill Madlock, Dave Parker. How about it? Worse is how they're treating the fans. Well, because I thought it was like a done deal, right? It was pretty much a done deal that the ballpark was going to open. What was it? I think 2027 or 2028 in Vegas. But I don't know. We shall see what we shall see. So they're just the Athletics now, I guess. But it scares me because that's also an old franchise and a storied franchise. Look at the Athletics throughout their years: Philadelphia, Kansas City, Oakland, and then wherever the hell else they're going now. 4 moves for this franchise of Jimmy Fox, Al Simmons, Sal Bando, Catfish Hunter. This goes on and on there too. And their fans stopped showing up, man. And I think that's what's going to happen with Pittsburgh. And we can't just keep looking back on the We Are Family Pirates. Just as much as, that was a fun team, captured the imagination of the nation, except for 1973. The Pirates were amazing in the 1970s. But you know what? People going to the ballpark now don't give a damn about the 1970s, nor should they, in terms of how your team's doing this year in 2025. And I don't know what it's going to take except a change of ownership. And that means Ben Cherington and, the general manager, he's got to go. He's got to go. Nothing's got to go. You got to do like a Stalinist type purge in Pittsburgh, baby. That's what's got to happen. And at the confluence of the 3 rivers, I think the pitchforks and torches will be out. Sean Anderson came in and won the game for the Angels, got his first win since 2019. And he's been with like 8 clubs. A lot of bad bullpens this year. Well, I mean, if you think about it, and I'm not disagreeing with you. In fact, I'm agreeing, but with the changing, how much the game has changed, look at the load that's being put on bullpens now compared to 1970s, 1980s, even 1990s baseball. How much has changed, right? So starter goes 6 innings. Well, now you're hitting your bullpen. The idea originally of a bullpen is your starter's in trouble, okay. But, but there's a lot. I do agree with you. But baseball's created its own little, its own bear monster, I guess, that way. So all the changes made to make the game more exciting, I think many of those changes, and I think many of you agree, have been deleterious, and that's being kind. Yep. All right, gents, thanks. I believe it's a Saturday night. It'd be great to have a good old chin wag, but it's Sunday, and I got to do the rare. I don't have to go until 4:30 tomorrow, but still, the idea that I've even got to work on a Monday is so abhorrent to me. Truth Horse Wilkie says it's pretty bad when Luke Jackson is your closer in Texas. He's probably better than our closer. Anyhow, I think what we'll do is next broadcast, I'll just come on, you guys pick a digital game, and we'll play it. I'm just so hooked on playing Diamond Mine, but, so baseball for Windows, whatever, we'll just play a game, or we'll continue with our Boston.com tournament or this. So whatever. Till the next time, gents, see you around the batting cage, and make sure to check out D. Scott Howard's channel and also Dwayne Mart's YouTube network. So, John, thank you for coming in. Everybody, I've already done my thank you, so just thank you again. And Samuel Smith and everybody, you guys rock. All right. You betcha, Truth Horse Wilkie, and we'll catch everybody around the batting cage. Good night.